We're gonna try this again, man. We're gonna try this again. Hold up. See if it's working now. Don't know if it is. I doubt it, but who knows? Might be working. Might actually be working this time. Looks like it's working so far. Yeah, it looks like we are back on. So what's good, y'all? What's up, man? Y'all come on in, come on in. We chilling, we chilling. You already know exactly what time it is. Back to the Surf More game on the ground from Hunger House. I just got the pound and I'm ready for the next round, man. With that being said, let me know where you guys are tapping in from so I can shout out your country, your state, or your city. I always thought it was interesting how we can all be on different parts of the world and still tap into the same program at the same time. You know, technology plays a part in allowing us to know what goes on around the world today. But it also plays a part in censoring the news that they don't want you to know. That's why you got to be very careful with what it is that you entertain and what it is that you obtain in your mind. You know, a lot of things happen that a lot of people don't want you to know. People don't want you to see. So you got to be careful and make sure that you seek out the actual truth, and not something that's made up, not something that's fabricated. A lot of people would rather believe a lie because it's entertaining than believe the truth, even though it's boring. That's the problem with everybody today. Is the everybody wants to believe a lie because it's entertaining. And I'm gonna get you up out of here, fool. Yeah. Look at this, boom, just like that, and bam, boom, gone. What's good, Ghost? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Anyways, let me know how you guys' day has been, whether it's been a good day and bad day, an interesting day, an entertaining day, productive day, whatever the case may be. We can talk about it, we cannot talk about it, don't matter to me, don't really care. You know, life is life. A lot of people complain about life, a lot of people complain about having to live life, but you know what? It's just life. You're meant to suffer. You're supposed to suffer in life before you can move forward and elevate and proceed. You said it's been pretty good. Good, that's what I like to hear, man. Just got back from my wall framing class. I have no idea what that is, but heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, I got no idea what that is, but that's cool. Um, People complain about having to suffer in life, you know, but if you never suffer in life, then you're not learning anything. You're not exceeding at anything. You're not excelling at anything. You're not elevating at anything. See, we learn lessons by suffering. And if you don't suffer, then you're not learning nothing. And life is all about learning lessons and learning how to move forward when you come across a roadblock. And you can't move past that roadblock without suffering a little bit. So with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and get with this first topic. Uh, there was a student, man, who hold up, bro. Look at this fool. Let me get this fool up out of here real quick. Just like that. Alright. So there was a student at a school. I think it was called the Antioch High School or something like that. Come on now, bro, really? Uh, she got her phone taken away because she was using it to cheat on her tests and stuff like that. And she started tripping. She started tripping over on the teacher, talking about, I need my phone back, I want my phone. The teacher wasn't giving her phone back and wasn't going to give her phone back until after the day was over, the day at school was over. And, well, she didn't like that idea. So she instead turned to violence. And she pepper sprayed the teacher in the face for no reason over a phone. And this is what's wrong with people today, is that when something don't go their way, they immediately turn to violence. When something doesn't go somebody's way these days, they start saying, well, pull up, we finna do this, we finna do that. Or they immediately start trying to attack somebody because they don't agree with them, because they don't agree with what they did. And this is what's wrong with people. See, nowadays people can't even have a simple conversation to understand where each person is coming from, because everybody has their own different points of views. Everybody has their own different beliefs. You know, it used to be where we could agree to disagree and keep moving. So these days, we each other over putting too much mayonnaise on their sandwich. That's 100% fact. Well, I seen somebody tripping out. Apparently, this one person sued a Subway because they ended up putting tuna on their sandwich by accident. Can't make stuff up. But No, man, we used to be able to agree to disagree, and now we can't even do that no more. It seems like the more and more we advance as society, okay, close that. My bad, yeah, I don't know what the heck just happened, but it's like the more and more we proceed, the people ain't interested in having real. That's 100% facts, man. People don't want to have a real conversation for nothing. People don't want to have no type of productive conversation. People don't want nothing no more. And it's a shame, because you can learn a lot from somebody else. There's a lot that you can learn from somebody who came from a different walk of life, from somebody who did things that you're doing or did things that you're trying to do or is doing the things that you want to do in life that you could learn from, but because they're trying to tell you, hey, do it this way and you'll succeed more, than no, bro, I'm going to do it this way and I'm going to do this, that, and the third, and you get mad because he's trying to help you out. It's like, come on now. Also recently, another guy stopped asking him to stop vaping. That's crazy, bro. I ain't heard about that yet. That's crazy. Uh, and that's another thing too, is people don't care about the well-being of children no more. It used to be that children were the center of everything, and they still are, but in a bad way. What's good, Monkey? Appreciate you for tapping in. Yes, sir. We outside today. Children used to be the center of everything, and that they still are, but not in the way that they used to be. Nowadays, they want to take your kids and turn them into something that they're not. Nowadays, they want to take your kids and force them to like the same biology that they are when they're not supposed to, and it's just a shame. And they're taking kids and they're exposing them to things that they should not be exposed to, you know. Um, and that's what's wrong with this student. Is this student just she's been exposed to too many things that has turned her to a quote unquote violent person. Not violent as in life threatening violent, but violent as in find a different way to solve problems instead of just using violence. She thought that pepper spraying the teacher would get her phone back, and clearly it didn't. And now she's facing repercussions. And I'm going to get you up out of here. Bye bye. Now she's facing repercussions, and honestly, she needs to be taken to juvenile to juvie. Obviously, she's a student. She's still technically a minor, but she needs to be taken to juvie for a few days. Maybe that'll get her to straighten herself out, make better decisions. So a lot of people sit around and they make these stupid decisions because they don't see the consequences that comes with it right now. They don't even think about the consequences until it's too late. Then they sit around and start crying, woe is me, I didn't know this was going to happen. And they start begging for a redo. But, maybe if you ain't get the redo that you're begging for, you're going to learn not to do it the next time. The redo that you're going to get is when you get out from doing time and you learn from your mistakes. I'm going to get you up out of here, bro. I'm going to get you up out of here. Yeah, no. Bye-bye. I don't know who that is. I don't care who that is. We're not talking about nobody else. We're talking about what's going on right now. We're talking about these kids that are crashing out. But she need to learn a lesson. She needs to learn her lesson and do some time in juvie. Maybe I'd say maybe 4 or 5 days or so. See what that does. And if that don't do nothing, she do it again. Then give her, a week, 2 weeks, and just and it's funny because these types of people, sometimes they don't learn their lesson, and sometimes they go back to doing the same things that they was doing before. So you got to increase the punishment. It's like a kid. You tell a kid, hey, don't climb on that air conditioning unit. Don't knock my drink over, and they do it anyways. And you spank them. Don't go near that air conditioning unit. You tell them once, they don't listen. You tell them again, they still didn't listen. Then you tell them again, and then you spank them. You gotta up the punishment with these kids who want to sit around and act a fool. But then, it's also got to be with the parents at home too. It starts at home as well. A lot of these kids be crashing out because they don't have the proper guidance they need at the house. They don't have the parents that they need. They don't have the father figure, the male figure that they're supposed to have. They don't have a female figure, a mother figure that they're supposed to have. They don't. Everybody wants to get so caught up in themselves that they forget when they have kids that their world ain't about them no more. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand nowadays. Is that when you're an adult and you got children, your world ain't your world no more. Their world becomes your world, so now you got to focus on taking care of those kids. But everybody still wants to be selfish, still wants to think about only themselves. And they wonder why their kids get taken away from them, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So do what you're supposed to do, and your kids might not be taken away from you. Your kids might not come home from school with a whack mindset. Your kids might not be out here pepper spraying people overtaking the phone. Your kids might not be out here trying to off another kid on a school bus just because they got into an argument. Yeah, that happened one time. I think it was New Jersey. It was an 11 and 12-year-old kid got into an argument on a bus, and when they got off the bus, the 12-year-old kid ran up behind the 11-year-old kid, took a blade, and just boom, right in the kid's back. Right in the kid's back. These are little kids, bro. Little kids. And then just recently, there was another first grader, two first graders, two 6-year-olds in class. Two first graders, 6-year-old kids in class, a boy and a girl. They forced a little girl. These are kids, by the way. And the teacher, I don't think the teacher had anything to do with it. I didn't read anything about it. But these kids forced this little girl to perform adult acts underneath a desk in the middle of school. These are kids forcing other kids to do this type of stuff. And you're sitting here and telling me that there ain't nothing wrong with your child. You're sitting here telling me that there ain't nothing going on at home. Crazy, man. He said some kid tried to pew another kid on the bus too. Yeah, I heard about that. It was I think it was 3 kids that ran up on that kid on that bus with that. I remember reading about that, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, these kids are just out here acting a fool, and it all starts at home with the parents not doing what they're supposed to do. So y'all got to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do and raise your kids right. Put your kids first before yourself. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. And it always be the people who say, oh, well, it couldn't be my kid. My kid would never do that. It always be them kids that be doing that type of stuff, because them parents don't really care. Them parents really be out here making their child out to be a saint when really they a devil. When really they be acting like a demon. They make them be a saint when they really out here acting a demon. And that's a shame. How else would they have gotten? Yeah, man, and then it's like parents don't care no more. Parents don't care anymore. I remember parents used to care. I remember when parents used to go to their kids' room when they would suspect something. They take their kid's phone when they suspect something. When I didn't listen, I'd get my stuff taken away. When I didn't do what I was supposed to do as a kid, I got in trouble. Nowadays, these parents let their kids off too easy. And with that being said, I'll be right back with the next episode. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. Deuces.